A lot of AI marketing advice online right now is hot air. You can automate the whole marketing team. I mean, businesses treating this as best practice are ending up with generic content, fragmented workflows, and off-brand output. The reality is disconnected AI tools don't build a marketing function. Systems do. I'm Laura Craig, and for the last 20 years, I've been responsible for the marketing of more than 350 businesses, including Unilever, L'Oreal, and Ben & Jerry's. And in this episode, I'll show you the 7 layers of AI marketing stack that actually delivers results in 2026. Layer 1. Let's start with the layer that everything else depends on. We call it the brand brain. Here's the problem. When you open Claude or ChatGPT and ask it to write something, it has no idea who you are. So it gives you the average of the internet. Generic, hedged, sounds like everyone else. People then blame the AI. The AI isn't the problem, the input is. The fix is something we call context engineering. You build a living document, your brand identity, your messaging strategy, your tone of voice, your ideal client profile, your marketing plan, your top 5 case studies, 3 to 5 of examples of your best past content, and you load everything into the AI as context. Now, every conversation starts from your brand, not from zero. The tool we use internally is Claude Projects. You create a project, drop in these documents, then Claude holds the context across every conversation inside it. When you have a great marketing strategy and messaging strategy that's really clear on your positioning, the difference in the output is not subtle. It's the difference between generic LinkedIn posts and a post that sounds like you actually wrote it Sunday morning. Here's the tactical move. Record a 30-minute voice memo of yourself talking about your business, who you serve, what you believe, what makes you different. Transcribe it, then drop the transcript into the Claude project alongside your written marketing strategy. Now Claude isn't just working off the polished copy, it's also working from how you actually think and talk. That's context engineering. It's the foundation of everything that you create in AI. Layer 2. Now here's where most people get the order wrong and it costs them. The instinct with AI is to produce more posts, more emails, more ads. But 80% of marketing effectiveness comes from the message and the creative, not the channel or the budget or how much you're posting. If the message isn't landing, AI just helps you produce poor content faster. The leverage move is to use AI to sharpen your positioning before you scale anything. Use the same tool, Claude, with your brand brain loaded, but it's a different job. You're asking it to write your positioning statement or help you craft your positioning statement. So give it all the information that it needs about your brand, your history, your background, what you believe in, your values, and ask it to help you craft a really strong positioning statement. The reason this works is that Claude has read every marketing book, every sales page, every case study. It's a really great partner to help you work through those things. Here's how you're going to put this into action this week. Before you spend another dollar on ads or another hour on content, generate 10 positioning statements with Claude. Pick the strongest 3, post them as organic LinkedIn posts over the next 2 weeks, and the one that gets the most engagement, well, that could be your message. Build everything else around it. Your ads, your website, your email. Get your positioning and key messages right, and it has significant impact on your conversion. Layer 3. Once your message is sharp, you need the tools to ship it. And this is where it's really easy to overspend. The tech stack can get really big. We like to only add additional tools to the tech stack if they're significantly outperforming others. And because we've worked with hundreds of clients, we've really seen it all. This is what we actually run at Vivo Marketing. Claude for thinking and writing, Canva AI plus a little bit of Claude design for visual rollout, but only after a real designer has set the brand foundations and built templates. We use Active Campaign for email and automation because the conditional logic is deeper than anything else at that price point. HubSpot is our main CRM. Every contact, every deal, every interaction goes in here. ClickUp we use for project management, and it's got a built-in AI note taker that captures every meeting. Opus Pro we use for turning long video into short form, and Descript or CapCut for video editing, depending on whether you prefer editing by transcript or timeline. We then turn on and off different AI tools for project work. The tactical step here is to audit what you're currently paying for. I bet most people listening have at least 3 AI subscriptions they're not using properly. Cancel them. Consolidate around what you actually need. Spend the saved money on a designer for the brand foundation, because that's the one that the AI layer still can't replace at a high standard. Layer 4. This is the one to watch right now, and the window to get ahead is closing fast. Traditional Google search volume is down roughly 25% in the last 18 months. Where did it go? It went to ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, and Google AI overviews. People are asking AI engines questions instead of typing into a search bar, and the AI engines are answering by citing specific articles. Your job in 2026 is to be the article they cite. This is answer engine economy, AEO. It's not the same as SEO, and you can't just keep doing what worked in 2020. There's a structural shift. Traditional SEO content opens with a 500-word preamble before it answers a question. AEO content answers the question in the first 40 to 60 words. Clean, direct, citable, and then it goes deeper for people who want more. AI engines scrape that opening answer. If your first paragraph is fluff, it'll get skipped. A great tool to use for this is Phrase. It combines traditional SEO research with AEO structuring, so you're writing for both Google and AI search in one workflow. It also surfaces the actual questions people are asking on Reddit, Quora, and forums, which is where AI engines pull a lot of their training signals from. The tactical move is this. Take your top 5 existing blog posts, rewrite the opening of each one as a 40 to 60 word direct answer to a headline question. Add a statistic with the source citation every 150 to 200 words. That's it. We've seen agencies report AI citation traffic converting 3 to 4 times higher than regular search traffic, because by the time someone arrives, the AI has pre-qualified them as ready to act. Layer 5. Here's a stat that should change how you think about content. Founder content generates roughly 8 times more engagement than brand page content. 8 times. But I want to be careful here, because most people hear this and think, I'm not a founder, or the founder won't get on camera, and that's fine. Our content engine works, whether it's founder-led or not. Founder-led is just the bonus tier. It just performs better when you can pull it off. Here's the system either way. You need one person, could be the founder, could be the head of marketing, the CEO, could be a subject matter expert on the team, who becomes the recurring face and voice of the content. To get started, every week they record one 20-minute piece of source material, a voice memo, a loom, a talking head video. Just them talking through something they observed with a client, a market shift, or a contrarian take. Right, step 1. Transcript goes into your Claude project, the one with the brand brain loaded. Claude turns it into a long form LinkedIn post in your voice, 80% of the way there in 2 minutes. Step 2, the person whose voice it is reads it aloud. If it doesn't sound like them talking, they rewrite the bits that feel off. That's the 20% that makes it really real. Step 3, the same raw video pushes through Opus Clip. It pulls the 3 strongest moments as short form clips for Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube Shorts, captions and hooks included. Step 4, Claude takes the same source material and writes a blog post built for both SEO and AEO using the structure from layer 4. 1 20-minute recording, 1 LinkedIn post, 3 short form clips, 1 AEO and SEO optimized blog across 5 platforms. The total active work after the recording just under maybe an hour if you've built the workflow properly, which is exactly what layer 7 is about. If the founder is the face, you get an 8x engagement multiplier. If it's a senior team member, you still get a content engine that produces more in a week than most companies produce in a month. Either works. Don't let the founder-led framing stop you from building the system. Layer 6. This is the one I think is going to separate winners from losers in 2026. If you're racing to use an AI image generator or generation, like Nano Banana, or use every AI feature in Canva or every new model, the result could be a feed that looks like it's very AI generated. A website hero image with a vague AI generated abstraction. A LinkedIn post with a stock looking AI illustration. As AI imagery floods the feed, real photography becomes more and more valuable. Real photos of you, real photos of your team, real photos of your office, your product, your customers, your process. That stuff is going to be the differentiator over the next 12 months. Here's how we think about the visual layer at Vivo. We use real designers for the brand foundations, the logo system, type, color, hero assets, and then we use Canva AI or Claude Design for the rollout, for social tiles, variations, campaign, collateral, maybe, but most of the time we love to put a designer on top. And we invest the money into like real photography. Every 6 to 12 months, get that real essence of your business, get the real team shots. So the tactical move here is actually to book a photographer this quarter. Get 100 to 200 usable images covering you, your team, your space, your work. And that single shoot should feed the content for all of your marketing for the next year. And that's going to do more for your authenticity than any AI stack will do. Layer 7. Here's the layer that turns everything I've talked about from a personal hack into a system that scales across a team. Most companies have this problem. One person uses ChatGPT, another person uses Claude, a third might use Gemini, and they've all written their own prompts. They all sound slightly different. The brand voice starts to drift, and they're kind of sounding quite different. The content looks like 5 people made it because it was made by 5 people and using 5 different setups. That's not an AI problem, that's a workflow problem. The fix has 3 parts. First, shared skills and prompt libraries is so important. Every recurring task, writing a LinkedIn post, drafting a sales email, building a campaign brief, summarizing a client meeting has one approved prompt or workflow or skill that lives in a shared location. We keep ours in Claude projects, so everyone on the team can run the same workflow and get on-brand output. Second, shared templates. The brief template, the campaign template, the content calendar, the audit report, all of them sit in our Google Drive. All of them are wired up so AI can populate them from a meeting note or a transcript. The AI note taker captures the client call, the AI generates the brief from the template, and the team works from one source of truth. Third, one tone of voice governed centrally. The brand brain from point 1 isn't just for the founder. It's the shared resource the entire team uses. Everyone writes in the same Claude project. Third, one tone of voice governed centrally. The brand brain from point 1 isn't just for the founder. It's a shared resource that the entire team uses. Everyone writes the same in Claude project. Everyone references the same voice doc. When your voice evolves, you update it in one place and the whole team's output updates with it. The tactical move is to pick your top 5 recurring marketing tasks this week and document the workflow for each one. Which tool, which prompt or template, which approval step, and put them in a shared space. So ClickUp, Notion, whatever you use, and make them the only approved way to run those tasks. Within 30 days, your output will get more consistent, faster, and noticeably more on brand without you having to police it. This is what a lot of companies aren't quite there yet on. AI doesn't make your team faster. A team using AI through shared workflows makes the team faster. The tool isn't the system is the system. So that's the stack. 7 layers in an order that actually kind of matters. First, the brand brain, context engineering with Claude projects, then messaging. So using AI to sharpen positioning before you scale, then select your core tech stack or AI stack, then look at AEO because being cited by AI is the new being ranked on page one. Then the content engine, founder-led if you can pull it off, senior team member-led if you can't, but either way, a repeatable system that produces a week of content from a 20-minute recording. Then good quality branding and real photography, and finally shared workflows, skills, and templates, the layer that turns all of this from a personal hack into a team system that actually scales. The marketers pulling ahead in 2026 aren't the ones using the most AI. They're the ones who know what good looks like and who've built shared systems that let the whole team use AI without the brand voice drifting all over the place.